Today we have a very special day. We have representatives here from the Maryland State Employee Support of, I don't need my glasses here, the Guard and Reserve, who are here to present what we call a statement of support for those individuals who work in the government, who are either in the reserves, former reserves, or serve in the National or in some form of the Guard. And they're here to present that statement of support today. And today we have with us Gene Hewlett, as well as Mr. Harold Scott, who are here from the organization to present this statement of support for the county executive. So I'm going to call Gene Hewlett to the podium here to say a few words.
Good morning, and I too need my glasses. I'm really pleased to be here today representing employer support of the Guard and Reserve. I am the first female state chair for the state of Maryland, so this is a wonderful honor and a great experience. Employer support of the Guard and Reserve was started in 1972, and it was started in response to our all-volunteer service. The purpose of our mission is to build a spirit of cooperation and understanding between employers and Reserve and Guard members. We need to make sure that our employers support our service members when they are called to duty and when they return. Our Statement of Support program, the purpose we're here today, is the cornerstone of our program. It gives our employers, our executives, the capability to proudly display a signed certificate that shows that they do support the Guard and Reserve. Employing a Guard and Reserve member, it doesn't come without its issues. You have to be flexible, you have to be ready for short-term deployments, short notice, long-term deployments. It's an adjustment of your schedules and it's an adjustment of your workforce. But when you look at what these service members do and give back to the country and give back to the community, it is worth the effort. Today, in Maryland, we have over 14,000 citizens who are a member of the Guard and Reserve. Since 9/11, we have mobilized over 888,000 times those among our Guard and Reserve members. Today, when your county executive signs the statement of support, he is signifying that the county government in Prince George's County proudly stands by and proudly supports the Guard and Reserve members and the service they provide to the community. Thank you.
Reserves. I served in the Army Reserves, the JAG Corps. But I grew up on military bases. My dad did 30 years in the Army. So we lived all around the world, most of it in Fort Bragg, North Carolina, Okinawa, Japan, you name it. But during the time that he was in the service, during the Vietnam War, most of the folks who were going over were were career military people or people doing their tour duties. So if it was 3 years or 2 years or whatever it was not the bulk of reservists. That has changed now. With the new Army, reservists and National Guard were called to duty. And so I bring that up because comparing the case when I went into the reserves, I went after law school and I went into the JAG Corps because I felt a sense of duty to my country. Not thinking that I'd ever be called up for actual duty. And so did my training at Fort Lee, and then went back to my job as legal counsel for a nonprofit in D.C. Well, Desert Storm happened. And in the midst of my job, where I was the legal counsel, which consisted of a legal team of one, that would be me, and various other duties. And I was called up, and I had to go into my boss and say, and I was brand new at that job. I'd only been there probably less than a year. And I had to go to my boss and say, I'm going to be gone, and I don't know how long I'm going to be gone. And the biggest fear as a young father, young attorney with his first real job was the fact that while I love the military a lot, it was not paying me the same as my regular job. But the biggest fear was whether that job would be there. And that's what this is about, is when people do public service, and that's what the military is, and military and the reserve and the guards are. When they do military service, those of us who have the ability to say to those who make that sacrifice, your job will be here. Your benefits will be here waiting for you. That is a comfort. My boss was honored that I was doing that and did everything to make sure not only that my job was there, but that my family was taken care of while I went off and did my military duty. Now, luckily, I got to stay in the States and went to Fort Pickett. But when I was down there with other reservists and National Guard individuals, many of them were in private practice, private law practice. And what they had to do was shut down their practice. So that meant, there was no one taking care of their cases. And so why this is so important and why we're so happy that you're here today and why this administration will always be in support of making sure that those who are on the front line and drill on the weekends and 2 weeks a year are supported by us, because it is a great sacrifice for all of us. We would not have the government we have if these individuals did not make that sacrifice. So I am pleased to be part of it. I understand it well, and look forward to us working together. Thank you very much. And Christopher, we have a